rough game to watch. Rough game to watch. The refs were terrible on both sides. I'm not blaming the refs for the loss. They were probably going to lose the game anyways. But the refs and line judge were really, really bad. Like a lot of mistakes. Like, yeah, not professional at all. Other than that, Jake Allen played an amazing game, man. He gave the Canadians a chance. If Jake Allen wouldn't have been there, the game would probably have been 5-0 in the first 10 minutes. First period was absolutely terrible for the Canadians. They started well. The first two presents were really good from the Suzuki and Monahan line. After that, when the third line of the Red Wings with the European giants got on the ice, they were dominated. They were dominating the Canadians. It was unbelievable. I don't quite get some of the moves Martin St. Louis has been doing tonight. I thought that the Canadians were rebuilding, developing young guys, and from what I've been seeing so far, it doesn't look that way. It really doesn't look that way. When you look at the Laval Rocket game tonight, when you look at the Canadiens game tonight, yeah, Kaden Goulet, Jordan Harris have been playing amazing, but those guys are legit ready to play those minutes, so it's all right. But like when you're developing or rebuilding, you need to give the young guys some ice time. I know that you're trying to make the older guys look good to make up their trade value. You're trying to trade them at the trade deadline. I get that, but like when Mike Hoffman and Dodonov are playing terrible, terrible. Mike Hoffman really poor decisions. He made a couple of good plays, but he looks uninterested. He doesn't look like he wants to be there. And when you have first overall pick Juraj Slafkovsky, you guys drafted Juraj Slafkovsky first overall. You decided to keep him in Montreal to play him 9 minutes. 9 minutes. He was benched almost all third period long, man. He didn't play a shift in the last 10 minutes of the game. They were playing Evgeny Dodonov instead of him on the third line. They were flipping with Pitlick and Evans. He did not play in the last 10 minutes, and he played 9 minutes 32 seconds. Here, I'm all in to keep Slafkovsky in Montreal. I want him to be in Montreal. I feel like he's ready to be in Montreal. The time he's on the ice, he's impactful. We see him. He makes a lot of good plays. He's good defensively. He looks NHL ready to me. He looks NHL ready. But how are you supposed to look good when you're an offensive guy who got drafted to be an offensive player who scores goals and get a lot of points, plays on the third line with two defensive players that are not fast, are slow as hell, when you're a big guy that can't skate fast like a Cole Caulfield, playing on the third line with the defensive role 9 minutes a game? I mean, Slafkovsky's coach from Team Slovakia said, don't keep him in the NHL if you're going to put him in a defensive role. And that's exactly what the Canadiens are doing right now. They're putting Slafkovsky in a box on a defensive role. He's playing with Dvorak and Gallagher. Gallagher is good. He's a bit slow. You need to put Slafkovsky with a guy that creates space and has a lot of speed. A bit like Monahan and Kirby Dach. Those two guys are the perfect fit for me for Juraj Slafkovsky. You put him on the second line with Dach and Monahan instead of Mike Hoffman, who's not going to be a part of this team in the future. He's not going to win Stanley Cups in Montreal. He looks uninterested. He just wants to get his money and go home and sleep with his wife. Alright? Y'all need to let Mike Hoffman sit in the stands for a couple of games. He hasn't been good. The only threat, the only thing he's good at is being a power play threat. And on the power play so far, he's been invincible. Every time he takes a shot, it's a bad shot at a bad timing, and he makes the Canadiens lose the puck. So I don't get why you have a guy like Slafkovsky that is legit the future of the organization playing on a third line with Dvorak and Gallagher. This is ridiculous. I can't get it. I don't get it. I really don't get it. And you have in Laval, Philip Machar, a guy with a lot of promise as well, a lot of potential, and he's on the fourth line. I thought that the AHL was a development league. Like you put the players there for the coach to develop them, help them get their play to the professional level. Philip Machar was not on the first power play. He was not on the second power play. He was not on PK. He was not anywhere. He was on the fourth line and he played like 10 minutes tonight. In the AHL. If you put a young guy in the AHL, it's to give him minutes. If you're not going to give him minutes, send him in the OHL. Please, come on. Give him top 6 minutes. It's not important to win the AHL. You need to develop the young guys for the NHL. And I'm scared that if Slafkovsky gets sent down to Laval, that he will get the same treatment, that he won't be a 20 minutes player like he's supposed to be. Like, I feel like Jean-François Houle is going to play Alex Belzile before playing Slafkovsky or Machar or all the young guys. It's a bit ridiculous. I don't get it. Those guys need to play hockey to develop. Send them to the OHL. Machar, send him to the OHL, send Slafkovsky to the AHL, give him good minutes. I'm all in to keep him in the NHL, but there's no point playing him in the NHL in a role that doesn't fit him, with players that don't fit him in a defensive role, 9 minutes a game. I don't get it. I really don't get it. A lot of Habs players have been playing terrible so far. Like Hoffman, Dodonov. Put Drouin instead of Dodonov and put Slafkovsky on the second line. That's it. That's the only thing you need to do. Give him at least 15 minutes, 14 minutes, I don't know, but not 9 minutes. Being benched 9 minutes in the third, 10 minutes in the third period, man. In a critical situation, you would have learned from that. You're not going to win the Stanley Cup. You're not going to make the playoffs anyway, so you're better off developing Slafkovsky, making him play with the best players on the top line. I really don't get it. Kaiden Guhle was amazing again. I got scared that he was going to be injured when he left the game in the first period, but he got back and he played amazing. David Savard is really good this year. He lost a bit of weight. You can see him. He looks more healthy, more ready, more physically ready to play in the NHL, and he's really good. Same thing with Jordan Harris. I feel like our Bergevin needs to go to Laval as well. He made a lot of mistakes tonight. He's going to be an amazing NHL player in the future, but I don't think he is NHL ready. So at the moment, send him to Laval, call him back a little bit later, play Schooneman instead of him, or go trade for a left defenseman or a right defenseman. I have no idea, man. But yeah, if you're not gonna play Slafkovsky more than that, send him to Laval, or even send him to the OHL. I think that his rights are with the Area Otters, man. Send him there. I have no clue, man. But this is ridiculous. This is really bad, bro. 9 minutes. He got benched 10 minutes in the third period. Wow. Well, I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think about this. I have nothing more to say. Really good game from Suzuki, Caulfield. They got a lot of chances. I don't feel like Anderson's the right fit to play with them. Two right-handed players is kind of, yeah. And Anderson looks lost a little bit sometimes in the plays they make. I mean, he goes for the puck in the corners, but that's pretty much it. Yeah. Anyways, a guy would have been perfect to play there, but they decided not to draft him in 2018, and his name is Brady Tkachuk. Imagine a line: Caulfield, Suzuki, Tkachuk. Would have been the perfect line. Would have been the second perfect line. It's like the Bergeron, Marchand, Pasternak line. It would have been amazing, but they decided to draft Kotkaniemi. All right. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. It was Habs review. I just talked about the fact that Slafkovsky didn't play good. But yeah, they didn't play bad. They lost the game, but it was kind of a decent effort in the second and third period. They got dominated in the first. It was the worst period so far. But they played pretty good in the rest of the game. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the game. Let me know what you guys think about what I said. I'll see y'all tomorrow for another video. Bye-bye. Have a nice rest of your day.